So why do we have our immersions go home on the weekend is a question that we get asked often by clients. We have to remember as trainers is that owners don't do this full time. What's easy for us because we have years of experience isn't easy for other people. That's why they're enlisting our help. The most important thing is transferring the information to the owners. If your dog doesn't go home on the weekends and it's a full 3 weeks straight, that's a lot of information to cover in an hour or 2 hour lesson. One, dogs will mentally cap out way before that, as well as the human. Humans only retain so much information, plus they have missed their dog. They live with their dog, they love their dog, that's why they sent them to training. They just want to better their lifestyle that they lead with their dog. So to be able to cover markers properly, play, leash work, and e-collar training, as well as how to handle distractions in one session is just not going to set the owner up for success. So we do a lesson every Friday and the owners take the dogs home over the weekend to practice what was covered. And that way we can break it down step by step for them so they're not overwhelmed.
We also used to do a 3-week immersion training, board and train, continuously. But what we found is we wanted more of that partnership with the client. We saw that a lot of people were just expecting their dog to be fixed by the time they picked up, do an hour lesson, and then really go from there. But we want to look at this more of a foundational part of the training. It also gives our trainers a break on that weekend to kind of digest what happened the week prior, get feedback from the client on Monday, and set the next week goals for the dog as well.
The most important thing is making sure that we're partners and that they're putting in the work as well. If they can't do the work on the weekend, how are we going to expect that they're going to do the work when the dog wraps up their complete program? So those are the few reasons why we do the 3-week program like we do. Monday through Friday, the dogs stay with us in our home environment versus a facility, and that way it's less stressful for them. We do give the owners updates each day so they are aware of what their dog is learning. They can refer back to those videos for extra help, as well as a handbook that we'll send to them with all the detailed information of how to communicate with their dog efficiently once they go home. So look for a trainer that really works with the owners, not just the dogs. The dogs are half the equation. Really teaching the owners what to do in different scenarios is what's going to set them up for lifelong success.
We really try and do the best quality training for the dog. One of the reasons is we do 2 immersion lessons, and what that does is it gives us a better handle of the dog that we're bringing into our home. It gets a chance to sit down with the owner, talk to them, assess the goals prior to actually getting the dog. The more that we can accomplish and building that foundation, for example, maybe play or loading a marker, it lets us do, by the time we get the dog, almost a jump start to that. So by Monday morning, the dog's already familiar with us, the client's familiar with us, and then we really get a chance to really go a little bit deeper and progress forward that first week. The more we can accomplish ahead of time, it really just sets up for the more of that long-term success. We also have 2 follow-up lessons after the immersion training. So not only do you get the 2 lessons prior, the lessons on Fridays, and then also we do 2 follow-up lessons after. Now this is providing that our clients are local to that Charlotte area. If not, we do also offer lessons virtually. We usually like to do one in-home and then maybe out and about. So if you're somebody that wants to go hiking with your dog, which you get a lot of, exercising with your dog, or just going to a brewery, going to a park, or attending a group class, we'll actually go along with that because we want to make sure the behavior is reliable, not just in the home, but out and about as well. And the dog already knows this stuff, so it's about getting the client comfortable taking the dog in a lot of places. A lot of people are more comfortable walking around the neighborhood or in the backyard, but that's not really why you want to invest that much time and money into training. It's really to take your dog out and live life to the fullest.